Good afternoon, Pine Richland. This is Valerie Klosky, and today I would like to speak with you just a little bit about how you can annotate or write on a Chrome web page. So there's basically two ways that you can do this, and the first way is just to use Windows Ink. The icon for Windows Ink is this little pencil, and you'll find it down here at the bottom of the screen, right here next to the time. And if you click the Windows Ink workspace icon, it basically takes a picture of whatever is on your screen, and then you can annotate or write on top of it. The problem with doing that on a web page is you would probably like to scroll down the page while you're talking with your class and be able to interact with the page by moving up and down. And with Windows Ink, you're a little bit limited. So I found, as an alternative, an extension that you can add to your Chrome browser, which allows you to have some interactivity. You can draw on the screen, you can highlight things on the screen, and while doing so, you can interact with the page by scrolling up and down or clicking on links and whatnot. So in order to do this, we're going to have to download an extension for the browser. Now, if you don't know what an extension for Google is a Chrome edition that appears to the right of the Omnibox or the address bar here. And you can see I have several different extensions added to the browser, which just gives us some additional functionality to make Chrome just a better product and work for us. And so we need to add one of these extensions, and that's called the Web Paint extension. I'm going to do that by opening a new tab, coming over to the apps icon on the far left side of my shortcuts, and I'm going to click the Show Apps. I'm going to go directly to the web store, and in the search box, I'm going to type Web. The first link that comes up is WebPaint, and that's the one we would like to add to Chrome. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to add that extension to Chrome. As soon as I click Add Extension, you'll notice an icon appear on the very right-hand side of your extensions area to the right of the address bar. So now that that's been installed, I can close this particular tab, and I'm opening the Pine Richland web page here, and I'm just going to interact with it. Okay, so I'm ready to start a lesson. For example, I want to focus on learning for every student every day, and so I'm going to click the Web Paint extension. A toolbar pops up, and I'm just going to present what some of these tools do for you. The pencil tool will actually allow you to draw on the screen. Before I do that, I'm going to increase my size a little bit to about 25 or 30%. I'm going to change the color of the pencil or whatever I'm drawing on the screen to something just a little bit brighter, and that will stand out. And the transparency can act like a highlighter if you like. So if you reduce the transparency, you are able to kind of see through the writing that you're doing on the page. So I am ready to interact with this page. I'm going to just switch over and use my finger right now, and I'm focused on learning for every student every day. I can sample a color on the page. I'm not sure how useful this is, but let's say I wanted to sample the Pine Richland green on the page. So I can just come down here and sample that. It captured that that's the color I'd want to highlight on. Actually don't want to do that. So I'm just going to grab this red color here instead. If I'd like to actually type some text on the page or draw a line, I like this line feature a lot. I'm going to make this stand out so you can see it, and click OK, and use the line tool, and I'm going to focus on Spotlight on Learning. All right, so moving to the second row, you can use the ellipse tool to, again, select and draw on the page, and you get the idea of it. If at any time I want to scroll down, I can use the scroll bar, and as I do that, you'll notice the annotations scroll up the page. I can continue to interact and draw additional things. I can go back to the pencil and write on the page, change my color to darker, and say okay, and say, look here, we're going to focus on this. And if again I want to scroll down the page, I can also click the arrow icon, and that allows me to interact with the page with scrolling as well. Right next to it, it doesn't look like an eraser, but this is an eraser, so I can erase annotations that I've made. And I can't figure out why you'd want to do this, but if you were to draw something and want to fill it in, you could go ahead and do that. Moving to the far right side of this web page, or excuse me, the tool palette here, you can take a screenshot of the entire web page with your annotations on the web page. Moving upward, I can undo, step backwards as I do that. It's remembering the different things that I've drawn on the page, or redo, put them back in the order that I placed them in. Okay. If I want to just hide this panel, I can click it. I can reactivate it by clicking a Web Paint icon extension on the toolbar up here. And then bottom allows me to quit. And if I just want to erase all of my annotations, I can do that by clicking Erase All. So this is a nice little tool to give you some functionality for writing directly in your browser and being able to scroll across your annotations at the same time. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.